Money Monday with the University of Michigan Credit Union on the Lucy Ann Lance Show, 1290 WLBY. Ever wonder how to choose a financial advisor? Well, we've got some ideas for you today. Building a financial future can feel overwhelming. The amount of savings, vehicles, and investment options certainly is vast, and conflicting advice can make it difficult to know if you're making the right decision. A trusted financial advisor can cut through the confusion so you can more clearly see the path to your savings goals. But how do you find an advisor that works for your specific needs? The trick is to understand your options, identify the services you need, research prospective candidates, and match with a partner you trust. To help us learn more about this process, we're joined by Mark Munzenberger, Financial Education Manager at the University of Michigan Credit Union. Mark, what can a financial advisor do for people?
Yeah, Lucy, and I think having a financial advisor is more critical than ever in today's environment where we're all needing to prepare for our retirement and our longer term financial goals. I think finding a trusted advisor is more important than ever because a good financial advisor will help kind of tailor their advice and the plan towards your unique situation. Whatever your definition of a healthy and wealthy retirement is, they'll help you reach that. Not all of us are comfortable with the stock market, right? Stocks and bonds and mutual funds. Oh my gosh, these they can help us help us with the terminology and understand you personally. Are you somebody that avoids risk or is willing to take some risk? Everybody's a little bit different and just help you with taxes and create a situation where you can navigate those changes in your life that we all inevitably have. So a good financial advisor is very valuable.
So I imagine there are probably different types of financial advisors, right?
Yeah, I think sometimes we think of this term financial advisor and we sort of have this impression that, oh, I can't afford one because, this person works on the 10th floor of the most fancy building in my town and those kind of things. And I think the good news is there's some options and they're very affordable options and that many of us can take advantage of. Lucy, and you may have heard this term robo-advisor.
Robo-advisor, what's that?
Yeah, and isn't that interesting when we're talking about a financial advisor? But it's actually because technology has advanced, so much over the past 10 to 20 years. There's now really good programs and services that investment companies offer whereby you may not necessarily be working with a human, but based on your portfolio, your risk tolerance, your situation, the system can put together a plan based on your goals and your income and your finances. Essentially, you're working with sort of artificial intelligence, and it's a very low cost, effective way to get you started.
Okay. Robo-advisor. And then I assume there's an online financial type of person who can help you as well?
Yeah, for those that are looking for, are more comfortable with sort of, reaching out to a call center and those type of things, most of the major companies out there will also offer the ability to meet with somebody, typically not the same person every time. It's sort of like just, reaching out for assistance when you need it, whether that's video, phone calls, 15 to 30-minute consultations, that type of thing. A little bit higher expense than a robo-advisor, but certainly you're able to talk, ask questions, get a plan that's tailored for you. So that's just a step up.
All right. What if I'm the type of person that wants to meet with someone in person?
Yeah, and I am good with that. There's options locally here in Washtenaw County and Ann Arbor. There's excellent firms that offer traditional financial advisors, even larger, Fidelity and Schwab has the ability to meet with people. That is really suited for people that really want to put a little bit more involvement and skin in the game. Perhaps a little bit higher of a cost based on, the fee structure, but that is where you're really forming a relationship. You're on an annual basis, you're working fairly closely with this person, getting personalized financial advice. And that's really for people that feel that that is the best fit for me in terms of my financial goals.
And Mark, how traditionally are financial advisors paid? How does that system work?
Well, a couple different ways. You may have heard this term, Lucianne, a fiduciary. And a fiduciary is really, when it comes to financial advising, a fiduciary means they really must act always in the best interest of the client, not necessarily steering that client to investments that are going to provide a lot of commissions and stuff. So I always think it's a good idea to kind of, seek out somebody that's a fiduciary. There are times when whatever trades you make, stocks and bonds and purchases, that individual would get paid based on commission. There's also advisors that work on sort of a fee-based system whereby there's a certain dollar amount they charge each hour and they're going to provide you advice, fee only, or they may charge you once a year based on how many assets that they're managing on your behalf.
Okay.
So there's a couple different things you should clarify that.
And usually that money is drawn out of your account, right? You're not actually writing a check.
It is, unless you do choose to work with somebody that simply charges by the hour.
Okay.
Let's say you reach out and somebody says, well, I charge $175 an hour, but you pay no commissions. I will simply, for that fee, you're going to get my best financial advice here. And they help you set up your plan.
All right. So how do I choose the right financial advisor for me?
Yeah, I think we probably need to take a few good steps. Number one, make sure that, what kind of services do they offer? Whether that's stocks and investing, insurance, annuities, estate planning. There's a lot underneath this concept of advising. So let's find out what type of services they offer. I think it's a good idea to do a little bit of background experience, how many years in the industry. And Lucianne, there are some designations, such as probably the most common one is a CFP, a Certified Financial Planner.
Mm-hmm.
That may give you some peace of mind because that individual has gone through a pretty rigorous testing and certification process, and they're probably going to do a great job for you. And you and I have talked, friends and family can help too, right? Good trusted referrals.
Talking with Mark Munzenberger from University of Michigan Credit Union about financial advisors and how to select the right one for you. Any other considerations someone should take into if they are looking for someone?
Yeah, and I think it's a good idea, especially if you're starting out and you are interested in maybe working with a local financial advisor. Have a list of questions that you would like to ask. Maybe when you call for that appointment, you're just trying to understand if this is going to be a good fit. Ask a little bit about background and the services and how we would work with each other. Would it be in person? Would you call me? How often would we be able to meet? Chances are after a few of those meetings, you're probably going to find an individual that seems to click with you well. And as somebody that has used a financial advisor for many years, I actually think a good financial advisor helps take the emotions out of sometimes the volatility in the stock market and stuff. They're like, remember, we're in this for the long haul. And so that a good financial advisor should be able to connect with you pretty well.
And I really value someone who will explain things to you, who will educate me on what is going on, right?
In language that you understand, right? And that's the thing. You're paying them for their expertise, but you want to be involved here. It's your dollars. And so I think if you find somebody that really helps you with that partnership, it's well worth the time and investment.
And with any luck, those dollars will grow.
You and I, we both have our fingers crossed, Lucy. Absolutely. That is the objective.
Mark, thank you so much. Mark gives financial education seminars for free for the entire community through University of Michigan Credit Union every month, different topics. And I highly recommend that you explore that. Just a wealth of information for our listeners and the entire community. You can go online to umcu.org. That's umcu.org, and then search for the financial education seminars. Mark Munzenberger, Financial Education Manager at the University of Michigan Credit Union. I'm Lucianne Lance. This is Ann Arbor's Talk Station, 1290 WLBY.